So what actionable advice can you offer to someone who might be nearing retirement or is already maybe in the early stages of retirement, then they want to ensure that their savings last as long as they do? So like, what would you say when they come to you with that concern? You're obviously putting them at ease, but what's something that you like first step, boom, this is what we're doing.
First step, I mean, I've said this, I think every time we've had a conversation, is you need to know what you're spending. They're going to bring the net worth. You have to know what your lifestyle costs because that drives everything else. And I think really you need to be having that conversation sooner, not later. So if you're a year away, that's better than thinking about it on the day you retire. And if you're 5 years away, that's better than thinking about it when you're a year away. And really start to go through that process. But I think that's the first thing you want to do is know what you think you need to spend. And then we talked about it with the financial bridge and taking an inventory of assets. You want to know what you have so that we have the right things to be measuring. And that's what I think people do. We talked about thinking, I'm going to outlive my money. I'm going to put it all on the mattress. It's just going to do nothing but go down. They think too much about what they're going to invest in before they start thinking about what they're going to need from their investments. And that's what's going to define the purpose and what you decide to do. You have to really define that first. And that's the first conversation you need to have.
So do you find that when people come to you and they're trying to plan out their retirement, do you find that they normally have a good grasp of what that is? Or is it like a shock when we're trying to find that together?
It's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag, honestly. Yeah, I think some people are very good. Some people, they bring in a spreadsheet and they know right to the penny what they pay. A lot of people put a lot on credit cards, so they don't know exactly what they're spending their money on, but the credit card bills usually within a reasonable range from 1 month to the next. That's not too bad. I would say a good many people live a comfortable lifestyle. The paycheck comes in, they spend their money, and then the next month, lo and behold, there's another deposit from another paycheck, and they just kind of do it. And they don't really have to think about it because there's always a little bit money coming in behind. And that's the way I strive to help people live life in retirement is I don't want you to feel hemmed in and boxed in by a real tight, specific budget. You want to have that freedom. But it's important to know what you're spending. So yeah, for some people, it's a little bit of a shock. They kind of think, well, I've never done that before, didn't need to, but we need to just go in. You don't want to discover, oh, I spend $12,000 a month and I thought I only spent $10,000 a month. It's important to know that before you retire. So that's why I think people, it's just not something they focus on and they don't have to worry about it. And that's really why I think it's so important to start with that because it's going to make every other decision relevant. If you like what you heard on this video and you'd like to have a personal conversation more about your situation, check us out at gootfinancial.com and sign up for a conversation. And we're happy to see how we can help.